Getting to Yes, Chapter 8 discusses how to approach a conflict when the opposing side is using dirty tactics. The first thing you do when you approach a situation like this is recognize that they are using a dirty tactic. The next step is raising the issue to them and letting them know that you know what they're trying to do. Lastly, question the tactic's legitimacy. You want to question it in order to engage in principled negotiation and the negotiating process. The most common form of trickery tactics is deliberate deception. This would include giving knowingly wrong facts or even trying to make you think that they have just as much authority as you do in this situation. It's important to note that not giving full disclosure is not deception. For example, if someone asked you, "How much are you willing to pay?" you would not answer in full disclosure, because in the long run this would actually hurt you. Another form of trickery tactics is psychological warfare. The goal of these tactics is to make you so uncomfortable that you are more willing to appease to their demands in order to get out of the situation. Stressful situations, personal attacks, the good cop, bad cop routine, and threats all attribute to making someone so uncomfortable that they want to end the negotiations as soon as possible. The last category of tactics is positional pressure tactics. The opposing side may refuse to negotiate, demand something extreme, escalate their demands, or even purposely have a time delay in order to make the negotiations last longer or if they want a better time to agree to you. An effective way to deal with a purposeful time delay would be to use the steps of awareness, communication, and recognizing legitimacy. First, you must become aware of the tactic. Then let the opposing side know you know what they're trying to do. Lastly, recognize it's not legitimate and walk away or make it seem like it's a fading offer and that you could do it with any other business. If they are really serious about doing business with you, they'll stop using the tactic and come back and be serious about negotiating with you. This chapter connects to Schatzsnyder because dirty tricks change the game we play. Schatzsnyder teaches us that depending on the game we play and the rules of the game will ultimately affect the outcome of the negotiations and conflict. We may be able to win one situation, but if the opposing side uses tricky tactics on notice, they may be able to gain an unfair advantage. Chapter 8 recommends that we lay out the rules of the game beforehand in order to avoid these tactics. It is also important to focus on interests, using objective criteria, and create multiple options for mutual gain. Those three points all will help in the opposing side not going to these tricky tactics. But if they begin to use these tricky tactics, it's important to not fall victim to them and notice it, become aware, let them know you know, and try to change the game so that it's fair for both sides.